I'm very glad that the leaders were able to agree in principle on the 6 sanctions package. This is very important. Thanks to this, Council should now be able to finalize a ban on almost 90% of all Russian oil imports by the end of the year. This is an important step forward. The remaining 10% on these one, we will soon return to the issue of these remaining 10% pipeline oil. I want to note that other elements in the package are also important. It's the de-swifting of the Sberbank. The Sberbank is the biggest Russian bank with 37%. So this is good that we now de-swift the Sberbank. There's a ban on insurance and reinsurance of Russian ships by EU companies, a ban on providing Russian companies with a whole range of business services, and very important, the suspension of broadcasting in the European Union of 3 further Russian state outlets that were very typically spreading broadly the misinformation that we have witnessed over the last weeks and months. And then we had a very good discussion indeed also on Ukraine. And here I want to emphasize 2 elements. It's mainly the financial support that Ukraine needs urgently now. As you know, Ukraine needs by now per month round about 5 billion euros to maintain the basic services, that is paying pensions, paying salaries, and as I said, the basic services that are necessary. There we agreed that on one hand we take note of the very good result of G7 that put 9.5 billion already on the table. 7.5 billion of those are American contributions and 1 billion in G7 by Germany in grants. But we think that, of course, the European Union has to carry its fair share too. And therefore, we are working on a mechanism to have an extraordinary macro-financial assistance package of 9 billion, which we will work on now in the next week, how to put it in place. And my last point, but very important too, we discussed intensively the question of the reconstruction of Ukraine. And here we all know that we will invest, we will have a large amount of work, colossal, as President Zelensky said, for the reconstruction of Ukraine. I think it is important that we are very well organized on that. And therefore, it was good that we could discuss the proposal of the Commission in the Council to create a platform where we can channel all the international initiatives, be it OECD or G20 or IMF or World Bank, the European efforts, our American friends, for example, to be clear together on the direction of travel, to raise the necessary investment, but also to be very clear that investment comes with reform. Reform of the administrative capacity, the judicial independence, to fight corruption, to create a conducive environment for the business sector. Here it is important that we really stand together to give Ukraine a fair chance to rise from the ashes and to be able to really leapfrog forward what reconstruction is concerned in investment, but also in the improvement of the state of Ukraine.